Now let's talk about the first, which is bullet point styles. Bullet point styles. Now the list style type property allows you to control the shape or style of a bullet point known as a marker. So we are going to learn how to control the shape and style of the marker. It can be used on rules that apply to ordered lists, unordered lists, and list items. Okay, unordered lists. For an unordered list, you can use the following values. So you can use none, you can use disk, you can use circle, and we can use square. That is for unordered list. Now for ordered list, or numbered list, you can use the following: the decimal, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can use the decimal leading 0, which is 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, in that order. And then we can use the lower alpha, which is lower cases of what? The alphabet A, B, C. We have the upper alpha, which is the what? Block letters, or what you call uppercase letters, which is capital A, capital B, and capital C. We can also use lower Roman numerals, which is I stands for 1, I stands for 2, I stands for 3. Lower Roman numerals. And we can use the upper Roman numeral, which is capital I stands for 1, capital I stands for 2, and capital I stands for 3. Now this is a classical example which we are going to check in our text editor. So we have a heading, level 1 header, which is the complete poems, another heading, and we have an unordered list and some list items. That is for the HTML. In styling them, we use list style type, and we wrote what? Lower Roman. That means it's going to be I stands for 1, I stands for 2, I stands for 3. Let's check this out in our text editor. Now this is the code I just pasted, which is a level 1 heading, level 2 heading, and then the list items. That is in my HTML. So I'm going to save my HTML. So I'm going to my CSS, and then I'll set the rules. I've cleared all my other codes to make way for this particular chapter. So the unordered list altogether, I'm using the list style type property, and I'm giving it a lower Roman. By default, it's going to number them. It has done the decimal numbering for me by default, but I've indicated the kind of marker I want. I want it to be in the lower Roman. So I'm going back to my text editor, and I'll save this work. Now come to my browser and refresh. Now you see it has changed to the lower Roman as we have what we have styled in our CSS. So I stand for 1, I, and they are the what? The lower cases.